Hello and welcome to an album a day, day 211, going through my vinyl collection a day at a time. Today I have a killer album I'm really happy to have in my collection. This one goes back to 1998. After looking at putting my Emerson Lake and Palmer album from yesterday back on my shelf, I looked at this and I said, I love this album. I'm just going to do this one tomorrow. So I just plucked a random song that was supposed to be today's and put that in the position that I randomly placed this in, whatever it was, I don't even remember. Because today I'm talking about the 1989 release from Faith No More, The Real Thing. Killer album cover. It looks like a splash of milk is on fire in the middle of the ocean. The milk splashed in the shape of some sort of boat or cup or a holder or saucepan, something. I don't know. It's on fire from underneath and above. It's a really weird cover. Nice giant block lettering. Not quite cartoon-like, but I don't know. It's an interesting combination of colors. What I'm most interested in so this is a 2023 180 gram re-release of this album, and the sticker says collector's limited edition high quality colored vinyl. So whenever I read anything like this, I wonder what it could mean. So is it that the color is high quality, that the vinyl is high quality, or the color of the vinyl? Like, I don't know. Word things so that they have no double meaning. That's where I like to go in life, although I'm sure I've done it a million times. Also, I have no idea why my hair looks like I'm in a British New Wave band, but for some reason that's the way it looks. So there you go. So anyway, this is a beautiful vinyl, I will say. 180 gram, nice red vinyl, not translucent at all, just a good solid red. I guess, if I hold it up, it is kind of, but there's nothing inside it, like no color washes or anything like that. So here is the back of the album, just a nice song list, nice colors. This picture seems to have nothing to do with the one on the front. I have no idea what's going on with this album cover. I don't think there was anything inside, but let's check. Of course, since I got this brand new, I do have the cellophane still on it. Of course, nope. In fact, the interesting thing about this one is it came with no sleeve at all, which is a little bit weird. As long as, the cardboard isn't scratching the vinyl, I suppose that's fine. Maybe there's some kind of coating or something on the inner side that prevents that. I mean, that's why albums, I think, came in sleeves in the first place, was because the cardboard would scratch the vinyl, and you definitely don't want that. Otherwise, what's the point in buying it? But anyway, music, most important thing. Let's talk about that. So this is the only album I really know from Faith No More, but it's one that I absolutely love. I graduated in 1990 from high school. This came out in 1989. So you think about those years, you're still very influential, even though I had my bands. I had Whitesnake, I had Rainbow, I had Uriah Heep, I had Deep Purple. Those were my bands in the family of. Michael Schenker would be another one. And, other bands I liked, like a couple albums from Aerosmith, that sort of thing. But when you think about it, these are still years where you're really open to influence, and I just absolutely love this album. Was introduced to it through my brother, who just had a habit of picking music that I really liked, although he was starting to get into some really hardcore stuff that I didn't really follow down that path, but this, some really good music. We opened up with the killer track, From Out of Nowhere. Great way to start an album, honestly, just fantastic. Then we go to Epic, which is probably the one that people know. I think they had a video of that. Falling to Pieces, excellent. The fact that this band had a keyboard player and a violinist gave them a really good sonic range, great vocalist too. In fact, I love the old Nestle's commercials from when they were doing the Alpine White ads, and they did this on stage at one of their concerts, or a bunch of their concerts, I guess. So we get Falling to Pieces third. Fourth, Surprise You're Dead, excellent song. Just starts right up, really intense, and does not let up. Then we get Zombie Eaters, which has this just wonderful ramp up to the intensity. It's just like this really gentle from inside the womb kind of vocal, and then it just takes off from there. The Real Thing, excellent song. It's a great album title and a great song. Underwater Love, not the weakest track on the album, but probably the one of the two I listen to the least, only because sometimes I'm just not in the mood for it, although it is very catchy. It is a great song, but there's something about it where I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like hearing that one right now, but nothing wrong with it in any way, shape, or form. The Morning After, killer track. Woodpecker from Mars, excellent instrumental. This was actually the one that got me interested in them in the first place. Then we get War Pigs, which is a Black Sabbath cover, obviously. This is the one I always skip. I never listen to it. It's not that they do a bad job with the cover. It's fine. Very respectful of the original, but kind of has their own sound to it. Very well done, I have to say. Production, everything on it is great. But if I want to hear it, I'll listen to Black Sabbath. And you know, it's a song I never listened to anyway. So then there's that, and then we end with Edge of the World, which is a really great blues song. Overall, this album is quite a journey from beginning to end, and it's well worth listening to. If you haven't listened to it in a while, grab it, listen to it again. If you've never heard it and you want some exciting music, check this album out. Faith No More, The Real Thing. Very confusing picture, but you get what you get. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed my journey with this album. Check it out. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode. And let's see. So today on Smoke on the Podcast was the last episode for Come Taste the Band. I have now covered all the tracks on that album. Monday, we start with the reunion album, Perfect Strangers. I have a special guest coming up for the opening track. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you for another one tomorrow. Cheers.